Oi everyone, and Chai Squeeze Justin, Communications Milky. Good morning everybody, Justin from LSIB Comms, and happy Monday, July the 29th. We finally got a little bit of rain today, and when I say a little bit, it literally is just a little bit. However, it is better than nothing. So to give an example of really how little this rain is, if you can find yourself a hard-packed piece of soil, composition does matter, but a hard-packed piece of soil, even if it's got a little bit of clay or what have you in it, and hard-packed and baked, so very dry, and then pour a drop of water, a couple drops of water on it, and see how long it takes for that water to get into that soil, or even if it does get into the soil after a bit. And you can even tip your piece back and forth to see whether the water runs over the soil or not, and that'll give you a rough idea of still how baked and how tough the ground is for the last heat wave and from the drought. And we are still at a drought level 3. For those people that are asking about the off-road ban and the fire ban, they will remain in effect. And like I said, do that little experiment I just gave you, and you'll see why it's going to remain in effect for the foreseeable future anyway. So today, we're supposed to get a little bit more rain, and we're hoping that relative humidity will also help the ground and the trees soak up, the vegetation soak up a little bit more of that goodness from the water. It's gonna be, it's gonna be a cooler day. Like, I've got my window open and the fan going today, which is great. However, we'll get back into the heat, not necessarily tomorrow, Tuesday, but Wednesday we'll start getting up there again into the high 20s and low 30s. And then shooting towards the weekend, you're going to be looking into the low 30s, and in some cases maybe even the mid 30s. I know Vancouver is getting a little bit worried. Their long range forecast, usually they're like at 28 degrees, I think is their normal high for this time of year. And they're going close to 8 to 10 degrees above that high, so they're not looking forward to that. But again, for all of that conversation, remember that the fire ban remains on and the off-road ban remains on, and we will be supporting our neighbors as well. That includes the US IB, as well as the BC Wildfire Service and the regional district. If they implement any such bans, we will be supporting them as good neighbors. Another thing I wanted to just check in about is we were aware yesterday of the power outage that went from basically Mackenzie Road in Coston and all the way down to Chipaka. We haven't heard a positive cause on it yet. Some people are speculating that it is a collision that took out a pole, that was the cause. I'm just waiting to hear back from Fortis to see if there is any specific cause on it that I can let you guys know about. Another thing, well, our finance department has another feather in its cap. So in conjunction with RNH, Certified Professional Accountants, RNH CPA, our finance department has done our audit, and RNH managed to get the entire audit in a day ahead of schedule. So congratulations to Frank Wilson, and thank you to RNH, our auditing partners, for getting all of those audits in yet again ahead of schedule, and hopefully this will be some really good news for us again as our audit sails right through, and we want to keep that streak going. Another thing I wanted to talk to you about is, again, we're getting, or trying to get all the elders and those that are on reserve, or sorry, off reserve, or living abroad, get them to keep in contact with LSIB so that they're up to date on things. And there's a couple ways you can do that. You can do that through our social media. So that's Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, and YouTube. So don't forget those things. We also have Text All. So that's our subscription service that we're signing up locals as well as those living abroad if we can. We had a question about being able to sign up a Mexican phone number. Unfortunately, we couldn't do it. It just will not fit into the grid. I'm asking to see if we have a little bit of a fix for that, because it doesn't hurt to see whether this will work or not. So we'll keep trying on that end as well. And what other thing? Yes. The next Chief and Council meeting is coming up on the 13th of August. I'm going to try and get a hold of the agenda items and let you know what's going on there. And one other thing was, right, the meeting minutes. That's the other thing I want to talk about. So we've had a member request the meeting minutes from other meetings, and we're working on trying to get those minutes available. So once we get those, the new website up and running, I'm really hoping that we can just post it into the members portal, and they'll be right there for any of the members to look up at their leisure. So yeah, that's about it for Monday. Everybody stay safe. Check on the babies. Check on the elders. Check on the at-risk. Check on your neighbors. And take care of yourselves. And we'll talk to you again soon. Bye. Limlämt.